Shoulders, knees under hips, tabletop position. And we'll start off with just some simple cat-cows. And again, if you have a strap or a towel is great. Tuck your toes, dip your belly, arch your back. And then round and curl. Just start in a simple cat-cow, bringing your two of the ways your spine moves. Oh no, I said the wrong thing. And we'll keep going for cat-cows for 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more. Spinal balancing starting to happen. So take your right foot, tuck the toes underneath you, lift the right leg off the floor. Lengthen the leg. Try to keep your hips parallel. In fact, if anybody has a yoga block, and I could make a real big fool out of myself here, if you have a yoga block, you can place it on your sacrum and see if your hips are level, your pelvis stays level, right? If you don't have a block, that's okay. Put the right leg down and do the same on the left leg. So the block just lets us know if we're in a stable position, because we do tend to shift off to the side. Lower the left leg. Separate the knees. Take the right arm, thumb up to the ceiling, bicep by the ear, belly in. And lower the arm down. Take the left arm out in front of you, thumb up to the ceiling. You don't need your shoes up, and hands down. Now take your right leg out and your left arm out. Balance. Anybody wearing a block? Karen? Yeah, I don't know if Michelle is. And down again, switching sides. Left leg back, right arm forward, and down to the side. One more time on the right side. Bring it down onto the left side, and bring it down. Now, tuck your toes underneath you, press through your hands, lift your pelvic floor muscles up, hover your knees from the floor, hover your knees from the floor. Push the earth, pull the belly in, no rounding here because we want to keep the block on if you're wearing it. And lower the knees down to the floor. Good. Tuck the toes under, inhale, lift the knees from the floor, hands underneath your shoulders, and lower the knees from the floor. Good, one more time, lift the knees up, balance. Good, Dad, there you go. And lower the knees to the floor. All right, take the block off for a moment, sit back in child's pose and stretch your hips to your heels. I think if you have the space, we can turn this on our side. So come up to your hands and knees or onto your table or your block, whatever you got, and just turn it on its side so that you can step your legs apart. So first we're going to take the right leg up. Again, you can do this from a standing position. Right leg up, extend the right leg out, bend the right knee and lower it down. We'll do the same on the left leg. Lift the leg up, extend the leg out, bend the knee, and bring it down to the side. So like a fire hydrant with a kick. Right leg up, but it's spinal balancing for now. Bring it in and down. Left leg up, extend it out, bend it in, and take it down. Now lift your right leg up, extend it out, hold it out, place it on the floor, line it up towards your left knee, so just one straight line. Tuck your left toes under, sit back on your heel, or towards your heel for a moment. Sit as far back as you can, depending on your knees, and my knees as well. Just stretch in the back as well as the hips, and then come back up onto your hands and knees. Come here, bring your hands onto your hips. So stand up, stretch your arms out to the side, reach in 2 directions, firm up the leg that's out straight. So you can, you can just bend your left knee, go out. And then reach out to your left side, the leg that's bent. Put the hand on the floor if you need the block. Take your right arm overhead, first little stretch. So a lot of this, we're going to start with a basic stretch and then we add a little dynamic work to it. Rotate your torso up and open, mobility and flexibility important. From here, just lift the right leg off the floor. Flex the foot. Start to engage those legs. Try to get the leg in line with the hip. Then bring the hand behind your head. You can do this standing. Elbow to knee, crunch. And extend the arm. Well, don't extend the arm, but extend the leg and the chest. So it's a side knee crunch. Extend the leg. Side knee crunch. extend the leg. Take the right foot back to the floor, come back up, hands behind your head. Standing is fine, tick-tock. Right side, come back up, left side. Yeah, double up your mat if you need padding under your knees. Right side, come back up, left side, come back up. One more time. Other side, come back to center. Now, turn your right toes up. So you're going to turn to face your right leg. Fold over your right leg and rotate to the right. Ooh. Back of the leg, stretch, hamstrings, core active. Come back to center, stand up on your knee. Hinge. You could also tuck your back toes under for more balance. Hinge forward over your right leg. Rotate to the right. Inhale to center, stand up on your knee one more time. Exhale, fold, rotate, come back, stand up, and then turn back to face the side of your mat if that's where you are. Bring your right knee down. Separate your knees, hips width apart. Lift your left leg up. Extend it out, hold. Lower it down so it lines up with the right knee. Sit back, tuck your toes, and sit back towards your right heel. It's just a really nice stretch to have. Like I said, a lot of this will stretch before we do the dynamic work. Come back up onto your hands and knees. Inhale, stretch your arms out to the side. Exhale as you reach forward with your right arm. First left leg stays on the floor as the left arm comes up over your shoulder, over your head. So you're leaning to your right side. Breathe. And then lift your left leg up in line with your hip. If you can't, that's okay. Bring the hand behind your head. These are options. You can hold this because there's a lot of work going on in the hip. Exhale, knee to elbow. And inhale, release. 2 more times like that. So it's a side crunch. And one more time. Extend it out. Stretch the arm back over your head. Rotate a little bit more. Lower the left leg. Bring the hand behind the head again. Come up to standing, both hands behind the head. Good. Exhale, lean to the left side. Tick-tock, come back to center, inhale. Exhale, lean to the right side. Inhale, left side. Inhale, left, right side, exhale. Keep going one more time on each side. And then come on back up. Turn towards your left leg, so you're just turning your body. The back leg could stay off to the side for balance, or you can turn behind you. Hinge forward, so hamstring stretch. Rotate your torso. Come back to center and stand up on your knee. Exhale, hinge forward. I know my back's to you. Turn. So we're just doing a little spinal twisting. One more time, twist. Come back to center. Turn yourself back around to face the long side of your mat or wherever you're facing. Hands to the floor, knees to the floor. All right. Inhale, bring your right leg up, extend the right leg out. Bend the knee, come back down, do the other side. We're going to do a few of those. Side kick to the side. Knee up, extend, in and down. Up, out, in and down. Good. Out. Really try to keep the hip in line with the knee. Try not to shift off to the side that stays on the floor. 2 more on each side. And 1 more on each side. Up. A good way to wake up those hips. Good morning. Out and in, down. Good. Turn back around to the front. Sit on your heels. And come roll yourself up to a seated position. Come onto your seat for a moment. Or 2. Or more. If you have a towel, depends on the size, just roll it up and place it first at the bottoms of your feet. So you're going to sit back or sit up. Good. So with your towel at the bottom of your feet, not much is going to happen. Right? The arms are going to stay straight. And mash. Inhale. As you exhale, round your back and pull your feet out in front of you a little bit. We're not going all the way out yet, just yet. Inhale, lift, so we're just doing some crunches. Yeah, exhale, round and curl. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, round and curl. 2 more times. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, lift your chest. Now, exhale, round and curl. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, crunch from here. So it's a short crunch. Inhale, lengthen. But it's a nice hamstring stretch. Exhale, round and curl. It's also a nice crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round and curl. Now inhale, lengthen, and just fold over your legs for a nice hamstring stretch. Or maybe not so nice. Release the towel, come back up to sitting. Take the towel underneath your knees. Palms underneath like a bicep curl, okay? So I want you to sit up, nice until 12 o'clock. Lean back until you can feel that your biceps, by the way, if you don't have, I didn't notice if anybody didn't have a towel. Oh, the band is great, it's fine. It has a little bit more give. So while this might be a little bit more, almost isometric in form, the band will give you a little bit more give, which is fine. So we're now back to about, here's 12 o'clock, let's call it 1, 2 o'clock maybe. Bring your arms in with tension the whole time. Good, and then pull yourself back up using the tension of the arms. So it's like a bicep curl. Extend your back a little bit further back, and then pull with your arms to pull yourself up. Good, extend out. Now the towels don't have a whole lot of give, most of them. And I want you to keep going further and further until finally your arms are extended all the way out. And then we're gonna pull from there for 8 of these. I can tell you that tomorrow you might feel these too, especially the towels. 3, 4, keep a long spine on this. 5, we're always surprised on these things. You know, this is a good way to learn about traveling, Cindy, right? 6, 7, because all you need is a hotel towel, because they have a little bit of give usually. And 1 more. Now I want you to come back again and just hold halfway in, but lift your legs up. Balance, lift your chest up. Extend your legs, bend your knees. Extend, bend, you're still in a bicep curl. Extend, bend, extend, bend, lower down to the floor, bring the legs with you, take a little rest on your biceps for a second. Hold on to the arms again as a bicep, and then lower the feet towards the floor, curl back in. So it's almost like you're pulling your legs in with your arms. Tap your feet to the floor, but don't arch your back, and then pull in with your arms. You're also obviously using muscular action in your abdominals, particularly the lower part of the abdominals. You know, I always say you can't really separate the upper from the lower, but you can fire up the lower fibers a little bit more. Now we're going to do 4 more of these, and you're going to hold in on the last one. 3. Just moving out of the knee, out of the hip, not the knee, so the knee doesn't change. On the last one, you're going to hold it in. Keep the bicep, and pull your knees to your chest, and lower your hips. Pull your knees to your chest, lower your hips. Pull your knees to your chest, lower your hips. 4 more. Pull. So the hips are coming up a little bit, the biceps are still being active. 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up, extend the legs, lower the legs a third of the way, or extend the arms. Now, pull the arms back, almost like a row as opposed to a bicep. It's gonna still get your bicep. And extend the arms and the leg. The leg can go, you know, for most of us, wherever the towel is or the arms are extended. Exhale, bring the legs back up. Hips can come with it. Extend the arms. Pull the arms in by your side like a row. Extend the arms. When I say extend the arms, we're also extending the legs. 4 more. Extend out. 3 more. Keep going. Even if you're not using a towel, you should be feeling this. 1 more. Bring it up, up, up. Now lift your hips up off the floor towards the ceiling for 3, 2, and 1. Relax it. Roll your shoulders around and take your hands underneath your legs and roll yourself up to sitting. Okay. Let's come up to our hands and knees again and then come up to standing. So take your towel with you. Come on up to standing for just a moment or 10. I don't know. You're going to use the arms in front of you. No, let's start with them overhead. So take your feet. I have to change my camera angle. Take your feet, not quite as wide as your mat, but wider than your hips probably. Yeah. Take the arms up overhead, and if you have a band, you'll be familiar with this. And stretch the arms all the way up. Now put a bend into your knees as a sumo squat or a plie if you're wider. So you're going to come down. Let's start with this. Come down into a squat. Keep the arms up and pull. And stand all the way up. Come down into a squat. And push up. Good. So pull your strap or your towel apart. So you're going to get action in the back. Come down. And up. Good. So for those of you using a towel, row, less bowing of your torso. I don't care if you don't go low, just keep it in the torso up. And then pull the strap, keep your arms maybe a little bit closer. And stretch down. Now we're gonna add the lat pull down. So those of you with the band will open up your arms a little wider as you come down. The rest of us are just gonna have the same resistance. Come back up. Come back down. Come back up. Come back down. Come back up. Don't let any of it get slack. So towel or band, don't let it get slack. 3, 2 more times. And 1 more time. Now stay down, but pull the arms up. And pulse your legs. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stay down on 8. Lift your heels up. Good. And then rise up on your toes. Lower your heels. Bring the arms down for a moment. Roll your shoulders around. Give them a break. Put the arms out shoulder height. Bend your knees. Lift your heels. Rise up. Lower your heels. Keep resistance on the band. Resistance on the arms are going to start to engage the upper back muscles, right? The arms, the shoulders as well. Bend the knees. On your toes. Stand up. Lower your heels. Bend your knees. On your toes. Rise up. Lower your heels. Bend your knees. On your toes. Rise up. Down 1 more time. Bend. Rise. Up. Down. Now lift up on your toes. Bend your knees. Lower your heels. Stand up. On your toes. Bend your knees. Lower your heels. Stand up. On your toes. Bend your knees. Lower your heels. Stand up. 1 more time. Bend your knees. Lower your heels. Stand up. And then just go down and up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more, 1, and relax. How are those shoulders doing? Shake it out. All right. Bring your heels in closer together. Bring your arms up over your head. First, we're just going to stay here for a moment. Squeeze the heels together and turn the hips open. And when I say squeeze the heels together, try to pull them towards each other. So you'll start to see all this, or feel all this action happening in your lower body. Arms up, remember the tick-tock. Lean over to the right side, exhale. As far as it goes, come back up, center, inhale. So it's as if you're still pulling the mat or the towel, or the band apart. Come up, that's good, Rob. Side to side. Come back to center, up and over, back, side, up, squeeze the legs, over, up, 2 more times, side, up, make firm legs, side, 1 more time, excuse me, side, up, side, open. Bring the arms down, roll the shoulders back and around. Take the arms behind your back. Just simple, just hold the arms behind your back. Good. As you lift up onto your toes, pull your arms away from you. As you come down, squeeze everything in. And as you do that, the arms are very active throughout, but the heels again squeeze towards each other. So come up onto your toes, reach your arms back. Exhale, lower your arms, lower your heels, tailbone tucks underneath you. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, lower your heels. Abs are nice and tight. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. 3 more. Lift. We're going to stay in a lift. Lower. 2. 1 more time. Stay up. Pulse everything for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Don't let your tush stick out. 3, 2, 1. Lower your heels. Release your arms. Stretch out your calves. Just take one leg behind you. Bend the front leg and stretch. And then switch legs. Bend the back knee. Yeah, good. All right. Take your arms. I'm debating whether I want to do which way I want to hold it. Hold your arms on top again. Turn your toes out. And then step the right foot forward with the turned out hip. Bend the right knee. Good. Arms out like a ballet bar. Tap the floor, come up 1. So your hips are rotated, 2. The standing leg is firm, but the toes are turned to the side. 4, 5. We're going to 8, 6. 7 on 8, hold it up, and pull your arms in. Now as you pull your arms, I'm not balanced today. As you pull your arms in, stay, and then extend your legs and arms out. 2, out. 3, this bodes well for yoga. 4, 5, it's okay, it happens. 6, 2 more. 7 and 8, pull it in and lift it up, pull back. 7, 6, squeeze your shoulder blades together. 4, keep your arms like chest height. 3, 2, 1, take the strap underneath your leg. Bicep curl again. Good. Pull the arms of the leg up, pull the arms in, extend the leg out, bring the leg in and down. Up, so you're assisting it, and down. Curl, out, in, and down. 3 more, out, in, and down. 2, out. 1 more time, curl up, out, and me too, Sim. All right. So turn your feet together, heels together. First position, step your left foot forward. Bring your arms out. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift the knee up in 3, 2, 1. So we pull in, 2, 3, belly in, pelvic floor lifted. 4, squeeze your shoulders. 5, 6, 7, 8 here. Woo! All right. Extend, bend. Might be different arms than the other side, it's okay. 2, 3, squeeze the arms in. 4, 5, 6, 7, woo! 8, hold and pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it, take the towel underneath, bicep curl style. We're going to use the assistance of your hands to lift your leg and then curl it in with bicep curl. Right under, yeah, right, not so high in the groin, not a diaper. Okay, like more under your thigh. All right, 3, 2, 1. Curl in, extend, in, and down. So keep the bicep curl active, and 2. Up, out, in. 3, up, times. And one more time. Up, out, in, and down before I fall down. All right, one more time with the arms behind your back. As you lift the arms up, pull them apart at the same time. Put your weight into your left leg and tilt, step your right leg back a little bit. Not too far, it doesn't have to be too far. Hinge forward. Option to stay with the back leg on the floor. You're going to lift up and down. Or you might choose to lift the leg with you in the arm and the arms. In 3, 2, go. 8, 7, so the standing leg is working. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, pulse it up on 1. Stay up for 8, 7, 6. As you're pulling up, you're lifting apart. 3, 2, 1. So again, the arms as they lift up behind you also are pulling apart. So I'm getting nice stares from you guys. Okay, left leg behind you. Hinge forward, you can keep the foot on the floor. Or lift the foot and lift the arms in 3, 2, go. 1, 2, would you rather go back to the fire hydrants? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold it up, pulse it up, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come back up. Woo, okay. Come back down to the floor. Bend your knees. Lay on your back. I'll turn to the side so you can see easier. Take your right foot into the strap or the towel. Right now the arms are holding so the palms are facing each other. You're going to bend your knee into your chest, pull with your arms, and extend your leg. So let's start with the left leg bent on the floor, right leg stretching in the air. 3, 2, 1. Pull your knee in, pull your arms in. Good. 2. Extend. 3. So you're getting a lot of back and bicep. 4. Now on 5, begin to extend your left leg out. Hover your left foot off the floor. Perhaps lift your head and shoulders and keep the leg action going. Straighten, bend. 5, 4, 3, 2, and just one more. Stretch the leg up. Now, push your left foot to the floor, bend your right knee, bring yourself up, up to sitting, extend the leg out. Take the strap into the left hand, if it's your right leg. Take your right arm behind you, reach behind you, almost to an angle, and then come back up and tap. Option to do this with the left leg on the floor. Option to hover the left leg off the floor. Turn and twist. Come back up. You know which one's going to be more challenging. You choose to go with or without it. Sit up. So you're balancing on your tailbone, which is not always the nicest place, and hold the last one up. Straighten your left leg back on the floor and fold over your right leg, and you can let go of the strap. Or you can use it as assistance. Good. Take the towel off, roll up, and then roll down. Bend your right knee on the floor. Lift your left leg in the air. Put the towel or the band underneath the left foot. Bend the knee. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee to the chest. Extend the leg. So again, we're working on, we get a little flexibility in as well as mobility, and then of course there's strength. 2 more. 1 more. Now hold this next one in. Stretch your right leg out. Perhaps lift it off the floor and head and shoulders up as you take your left leg in and out for 5, 4. You know, you're assisting your foot, your leg, but you're also working your arms. 3, 2. and 1, hold it. Lower the right leg, bent or straight. Pull yourself up to sitting. Usually it's easier than that. Good. Hold the strap into the right hand. Lift yourself up. So you're like 1 o'clock. Take your left arm behind you. Reach and come back up, tap. You can do that, and maybe you want to lift the right leg off the floor and try a little bit more challenge. 3, 4. Debbie Dog's just looking at you like, what are you doing? And 5. Come back. Lower the leg. Lift up and fold over your left leg and stretch it out. Good. Roll down onto your back. Bring your knees to your chest. Move the towel for a moment. You don't need it right now. Take a happy baby pose. Put your feet into a wide position and grab the outside of your feet or your toes. Pull the knees onto the outside of the hip or the waistline. And then release your hands and just bring your knees so that they're in line with your hips. Tabletop knees. Knees over hips, knees over in line with ankles. Open your arms to a T, palms up. Shift your hips a little right and let the knees come to the left, but they don't touch the floor. Hover. Now, if you want, you can put your block or whatever between your thighs. Keep that action. And then come back to center, inhale. Shift your hips left and roll to the right, but don't touch. Don't touch. Inhale, return to center. Exhale, turn to the right. Left legs hover. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale to the right. Now, we can keep progressing this. Come back to center. Move to your left side, and if you'd like to, extend your legs out. Bring your knees in, come back through center, over to the right side, extend your legs out. Another option, which is very hard on my back, I might admit, is to extend the legs out, come back with a straight leg over to the other side, straight legs. Welcome.
She's sleeping. I will come back.
Okay, bye. Come up, side to side. All right, everybody, you got to hear me give orders to my husband. Come up and hold it on the left side. Bend the knees again and let the legs come over to the side and just stretch. Palm up. Draw your knees back to the center and over to the right side. Stay. And come on back onto your back. Place your feet onto the floor. Line up your heels with your sitting bones. Reach your hands to your feet, something you're pretty familiar with. Toes forward. Tilt your pelvis and float your hips from the floor. Tuck your shoulders underneath you. Press your hips to the sky. And then articulate your spine down. And then return up to the sky. So lift up, full range of motion in your bridge, articulate down. 3 more times. 5 times on this side, or 5 times this way. 4. And last one, stay up. Bring your knees together. Keep your hips up. From here, just lift up and down. So we're not going back down to the floor. We're just going from the highest position we had in our bridge to a little bit higher and then level. High, down. Pulsing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your feet together. Lift your hips higher. Pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your feet together. Open your knees. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Widen your legs. Go back to the same position as we started for 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold it up on 1. Articulate down. Draw the knees to the chest, right leg over left, grab the ankles, shins or toes. Open your arms up to a T. Shift your hips right, let the knees fall left one more time. A little bit deeper into the spinal twist. Uncross the legs, come back to center, left leg over right, grab the ankles, shins or toes. And open the arms, shift the hips left, let the knees fall to the right. Uncross the legs, come back to the center. Lift your head and shoulders up to your knees. Extend your legs up in the air. Lift your hips off the floor. Reach your hands to your feet. Reach up as high as you can for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your knees in. Rock and roll a couple times, one time, however many. Sit with your left leg crossed in front of your right. Take your right arm to the right side, stretch up and over to the right side. Open up your torso. Good. Now walk it back in a little bit. Left leg, left leg, doesn't matter. Just, I just did it so that we would, not forget. Come back up and take your left hand on the outside of your right knee, right arm behind you. Inhale. And twist, exhale. Relax the shoulders. It's okay. It's okay. You have two sides. There's a 50-50 shot. You'll get one of them. Come back up to center. Inhale. Stretch your arms forward. Reach a little bit more forward. Keep your hips grounded. And walk your hands back in. Lean back. Switch legs. So whatever. Switch legs. Stretch your arms out to the side, walk your left arm or the other arm to the side, right arm up and over, ground your right hip, rotate your torso open. The important thing is you try to stay grounded in the leg that's the same side as the arm that's over your head. Then take that arm to the outside of the leg and the other arm goes behind you. Tall on the inhale, deep on the exhale. Return to center, arms come up. Exhale, hinge forward, walk it forward. Push your hips back. Go as far forward as your body lets you. And then walk your hands back in, lift your arms up. Exhale, release. Take your feet off to one side, however you get there. Tuck your toes, stand up into a forward fold. Take your towel. One more time and bring it up and over your head and stretch the back of the chest and the arms, back of the legs, head comes down, bend the knees as much or as little as you'd like or want or need. One more breath, tuck the chin in, start to roll up, stretch the arms forward and up over your head. Reach high, high, high. Lean to the right, exhale. Come back up, high, high, high. Lean to the left, exhale. Reach all the way up. And give yourself a little hug and a pat on the back. Thursday morning, you have done it. Towels, very inexpensive way of exercising with a towel. Stay strong, stay fit, stay healthy.